Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In the partial empire, the noble house with the most power after the imperial family, the house of Duke Rosenwester. The emperor right hand, and the head of a ducal house infamous for his cold-blooded nature. His name is Lexian Rosenwester. In that picture we saw a girl said to Lexian Rosenwester that just as you said. Your Grace, a girl right now, proposing a secret deal to this man. She was upset and request to Lexian Rosenwester that please help me. Marry me, please. On the other hand, the Duke of Rosenwester infamy began with the fact that he was born out of wedlock. To secure his right of succession, he ruthlessly purged his brothers. A cold-blooded man, who spent most of his life on the battlefield, sending countless people to the graves. A killer, who secretly disposed of forces resisting imperial authority. The emperor's dog. After that, Lexian Rosenwester was shocked and saying to the girl that I marry you. He stand up and closed his book, and say that, in other words, you are asking me to help you divorce your husband. The girl name is Serenial verdict. Serenial again tried to convince him that I promise this won't be a loss to you, you Grace. I swear it. Lexian Rosenwester asked to her that something that would benefits me. And what is that? Serenial replied to him that the mine I own, which I entrusted to my husband's management. Soon, it will begin producing magic ore. You know how valuable magic ore is, don't you? Once I divorce and regain management rights, I will share the mine profits with you. Your Grace. Then Lexian asked to her, is that all? Serenial was shocked and say, what? Lexian Rosenwester came near to Serenial and say that I am not interested in some mine. I want to know about your husband Kalyan Helkar. At the very least, you must have been serious about him, right? Serenial was shocked to see Lexian Rosenwester reaction and say that's. After that Serenial telling him that what happened to her, in her previous life. At 16, I suddenly lost both my parents in an unforeseen accident. Overnight, I became an orphan. Before I knew it, I would lost everything. If my childhood friend Kalyan hadn't been there for me then. Kalyan came in my house and said to me that let's go now. If you keep doing this, you will destroy your health too. Kalyan gave her courage and say that if only I could bear your sorrow for you. Serenial seeing towards him and say Kalyan. Kalyan saying to her, come here. From now on, I will protect you. Serenial tells the Lexian Rosenwester that I never would have found the strength to go on. That's why I want to marry Kalyan. Then Serenial convince father for marriage to Kalyan. Father was shocked and say Kalyan Helkar, you mean that Polyper? Serenial replied to father that he's not so poor as to be called a Polyper. Just a little short on money. Please father, I beg you. Father replied to her that and here I thought you were going to say something serious. Even if you love each other, a fallen viscount's son with neither wealth nor honor. Serenial said to father that if I can marry him, I don't need anything else. I don't even need a dowry. My mother's mine, as long as I have that, it's enough. After that, Serenial married to her first love Kalyan. Kalyan said to her, Seri, I will make you happy forever. Serenial was so happy. In her marriage, Serenial's best friend came and gave her surprise. Her friend gave Serenial good wishes for her married life and say you look so beautiful today. Serenial hage her friend and say thank you for coming. Serenial friend name was Lure. Then Lure replied to Serenial that of course. I want your happiness more than anything in the world. At that point, Serenial telling to Lexian Rosenwester that above all, she was the friend I would been close to like a sister since childhood. Lure heartfelt blessing filled my heart with joy. At least on that day, I was the happiest woman in the world. At the time, I truly believed it. Foolishly. The Kalyan loved me just as much as I loved him. That was what I believed. What awaited me instead, that was far too cruel and knowing. Serenial drank a cup and tea and after that her condition was so bad. Blood came out from her mouth and she fell down on the floor. Servant was shocked and say madam, please, stay with us madam. Someone, hurry, get a doctor. Hurry. About 4 years after the wedding, I collapsed an unknown illness. And I never rose again. My nanny lying me on the bed, she was upset and asked to me that madam. Are you all right? Madam. Serenial opened her eyes ma say Kina. Kalyan. Lure, please before it's too late. My final words. At that moment Callion and Lorraine reached in the bedroom and say Serenial. Nanny tells him that my lord, the madam. Nanny told him all situation that happened to Serenial. Callion came near to Serenial and say no, Serenial. Hina. Leave us. Nanny put hand on mouth and say huh. Callion said to Nanny that I want to say my final farewell to my wife. Nanny replied to him that yes my lord. Then Lorraine came near to Serenial and say ah, Seri, is she really dead? Just in case. Put your hand to her nose, Callion. See if she's really stopped breathing. Callion replied to her that do we really need to bother? The doctor coming to issue the death certificate anyway. Lorraine shouted and say that she might not be dead yet. Callion said to her that can't you see the blood she coughed up? I don't want to touch her. She died of poisoning, so it's not contagious, but it's still disgusting. Serenial listened the conversation of Callion and Lorraine and thought that what are thy two saying? Lorraine angrily said to Callion then call the doctor right now. I don't want to waste a single second. At that moment Callion saying to Lorraine you know don't you? How long I have waited for this day. You don't have to worry anymore, Lorraine. Finally, we can live on our own now. You and me, and our child. A real family, just 3 of us. Serenial was shocked and thought that our child. What do you mean? Don't tell me, Callion and Lorraine. After that Callion smiled and said to Lorraine that I will send for the nanny and Benny from the villa right away. We can celebrate Benny's 7th birthday here at the estate. Serenial thought that 7 years old. Then, for the past 7 years, after that, Callion going towards the outside and say Lorraine, stay away from that woman. She's bad luck. Serenial can't believe and think that no, can't be. The 2 of them betrayed me. Lorraine was happy and say poor Seri, you never suspected it. My dear Seri, I got you a tea said to help with fertility. Drink it every day without fault. Your dearest friend, Lorraine. Didn't you ever think the tea I gave you was suspicious? Serenial think that tea, it was poisoned. You were my friend. Why? Lorraine say that since we were being honest. Not once. Serenial was repent and think have I ever thought of you as a friend. In childhood, Serenial asked to mother that can I play with that girl. Mother replied to Serenial that of course Seri. You don't even have to ask. From the moment we met at the orphanage your family ran. Serenial said to Lorraine let's play together. After that, Lorraine came near to Serenial and say you always looked down on me, didn't you? Pretending to be pure, to be kind, I have always hated you. But look at you now, Seri. In the end, you have nothing. Still, you had fun, didn't you? Enjoying what was mine as if it were yours. So even in hell, you would better think me, and remember this one thing. The one who killed you wasn't me, it was your own ignorance, stupidity, and blind trust. Then Serenial telling Lexian Rosenwester in her final moment of life, when she realized that the man I loved more than anyone in the world, Callion Helkar, had never loved me at all. Is this how it all ends? Everything. She remembered the moment when Callion said to her that I love you, Serenial. And Serenial best friend Lorraine said to her she is my most precious friend in the world. But it all was a lie. Everything they both said, everything they did. They have been deceiving me this whole time. And now they were trying to kill me, too. How could they betray me like this? I would not die like this. I refuse to die. I will take my revenge. I will make them both suffer the same miserable fate as I did. Then she prayed and said to God please let me live again. I no longer love Callion. And I never will again. After that, Serenial again asked to Lexian so may I hear your answer now, Duke Rosenwester. Lexian Rosenwester replied to her that you seem to misunderstand the basics of deal. In a deal, what matters isn't what you can offer, but what the other party desires. Serenial was worried and asked to him that what do you mean by that? Lexian Rosenwester put the book on the table and say how about this Serenial Verdelet? I will help you. In return, you will give me what I want. Without a doubt, I have 2 wishes. First is for you to completely throw away that worthless man. And second is, to remain married to me forever. Serenial was shocked and say this. Then Lexian Rosenwester say do you understand? It means, I want you to be mine completely. Serenial Verdelet. After that, Serenial telling him that what next happened after that incident. On that snowy stormy night, I died. At the moment of my death, I learned the whole ugly truth. A naive woman who knew nothing of this world, who didn't even realize her husband and her friend were having an affair. Stripped of everything, murdered, tangled in a drama of love and hate. I was the pitiful heroine of this absurd story. A weak, foolishly soft-hearted heroine. But I will take revenge. I will take everything back. Serenial, pray again and say so, please. God, just give me one more chance. On their side, when I wake up, I was shocked because there is no blood. And my body doesn't hurt. What on earth happened? My nanny came there and asked me, my lady, you are awake. Did you sleep well? Serenial was upset and say, Hina has taken care of me since I was a child. Nanny again said to her that I was just about to wake you. My lady. Serenial suddenly hated her nanny, and nanny was shocked to see that and asked to Serenial that what's wrong. Serenial can't believe that she really came back. After that, Serenial was setting to eating meal. But she was surprised and think that I wondered if I would even live to see next spring. I would fallen into despair so many times, but I came back. Back to 4 years ago. But how? Nanny came there and said to Serenial, my lady. So you were here. Nanny opened the gift box and said to Serenial, please take a look at this. A gift has arrived from Lady Luray. She says it's a tea that's good for your health, especially for helping with pregnancy. And hasn't she been fretting that there is still no good news, even though it's been a year since your wedding? Nanny smiled and say that Lady Luray really is such a thoughtful person, isn't she? I will brew it right away. But Serenial was frightened and replied to Nanny that I won't drink this. Then Serenial stand up and say, I have a favor to ask. Take this to the market. You know the merchant, who's been trading with my father for years. Right. Go to him and ask about the tea ingredients. Nanny was shocked and say, but if we do that, it will be like doubting Lady Luray.